EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Peach State. Welcome to Georgia, where Freddie Falcon soars from the rafters inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium, just west of downtown Atlanta. Welcome to you, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. Chase McLaughlin set to get it started. Off we go from Mercedes-Benz Stadium. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. They'll be led out by the lefty from the University of Washington. It's Michael Penix.
It's not often that you can win by multiple scores in the NFL, so you got to imagine they're coming into this week's game with a lot of confidence. They were able to put together a pretty well-rounded performance in all three phases last week. So, again, can they build on that? Can they continue to grow as an entire team? Because offense, defense, and solid contribution from their special teams, they showed last week, and going forward, this is going to be a hard team to beat.
That last run got 4, so here comes 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Robinson. And he's going to get the first down. He was up past the 35-yard line.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground. Man, it makes such a big difference for the offense. These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
And that'll go for a gain of 7. It's going to set up 3rd down.
Robinson. It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. That's complete. He's got it to London. A gain there of 11. It's good for a Falcon first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Robinson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Get about 6 before he's taken down.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. Give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
So the Tampa Bay offense set to work for the first time in this one. And they're led by the #1 overall pick back in 2018. Greg, it is Baker Mayfield at quarterback.
If there was one thing, Mike, that I thought was really evident walking out of our meeting with him earlier in the week was just how much he shouldered the blame for last week's loss. He said, those 2 interceptions I threw, those are just inexcusable, and he didn't want to talk about the touchdown passes and all the good that he did. And while I think that's certainly commendable, there was a lot of other bad stuff going on in that field, too. So I think there's a lot of things they can clean up, and if they do, I think they got a great shot in this one.
On play action, Mayfield. There's a reception for Chris Godwin. They'll mark him down just shy of the 40. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Baker going to give it to Irving. Finding room across midfield. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. They'll pick up 23 on that one. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Tampa Bay.
They go play action with Mayfield. He finds Mr. Reliable, Mike Evans. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. It is a big play for the Buccaneers. It's a gain of 34. This opening drive going to form so far. Now they've got it 1st and goal. Irving. Oh, the ball's out. And the Falcons have come up with the recovery. Boy, that one hurts, Greg. They had a really nice drive going and moved it halfway down the field, but then fumbled down here in the red zone, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Anytime you put together a drive of this length, Mike, you just want to come away with points. Of course, a touchdown is the main goal, but in this case, to turn the ball over this deep in the red zone is just a brutal turn of events for this offense.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Penix. That's caught left side by Pitts. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. The Falcons have it to start quarter number 2. They come up now on 3rd down and 4 to go. From the gun, here is Penix. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on 3rd down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the first down, and then to protect himself with the slide, well done.
And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
First and 10 at the 45.
From the gun, it's Penix. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Tyke Smith on the coverage.
To throw is Penix. That's caught right side. It's London. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Atlanta.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
A gift, and here comes Robinson. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Zion McCollum there on the tackle.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to...
And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line. Yaya Diaby getting in there to bring him down. His first sack of the season.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, leads to a sack.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, and he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and their running back Bucky Irving ready to hit the field again. So we've seen from the start of the season the change in the kickoff rule and the ball coming out to the 35 instead of the 30. Greg, as you talk to folks around the league, there's been a little bit of a change philosophically in how to approach even when you kick a field goal in the NFL.
Yeah, and I think so much of the initial conversation is how does the kickoff team handle it? Do you pooch it? Do you kick it out the back of the end zone? And I think there's going to be a wide array of approaches. But maybe the part that doesn't get talked about enough, Mike, is how the new kickoff rule actually changes how you play the game offensively. So think if you had the ball inside the 5-yard line, it's 4th and goal from the 3. In the old days, right, the days that we all remember were a touchback following a score, in this case a field goal try, you would kick the ball out of the back of the end zone, hopefully, and it would be a touchback, and you would lose 17 yards. Instead of a failed 4th down from the 3, your opponent getting the ball at the 3-yard line, they would now get it 17 yards deeper at the 20, and you would get 3 points as a result. Now, all of a sudden, if you do settle for that field goal, the chances of my opponent now possessing the ball following the kickoff outside of the 30, I lose significant field position. So the idea is I'm going to go for more touchdowns inside the 5. I'm going to go for more 4th and goal situations because even if I fail, I would much rather defend my opponent when they're inside their own 5-yard line than outside of their own 30-yard line because the difference in 3 points over the course is not worth the field position.
And the play callers in the NFL are a lot like the people who play the video games. Let's go for it on 4th down. We're seeing it more, and it adds to the excitement of the NFL in 2025.
Jake Camarda in punt formation for the Buccaneers.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Falcons offense back onto the field. For their next possession, they'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. That is caught out wide on the RPO. And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield.
And the Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Throwing now, Penix on 1st down. Left side in the hands of London. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now Penix. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Tyke Smith. They're going to take possession here just shy of the 20.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
The offense is trying to stretch the field vertically. They're trying to put as many receivers into the coverage deep as possible. But you know what you need? You need time. You need to allow those guys to get downfield. But when you have a pass rush like this, they don't let that time unfold, and that pocket collapsed and results in a sack.
Now a timeout. Atlanta, that's their first. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime.
3rd and 10.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. This one down the field, but wind up incomplete. Here's Jake Camarda now, and he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Falcons offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a 1st down. That one taken in by London. Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock. Here's 2nd and 2.
At the Bucs' 43-yard line.
They'll throw. It's Penix. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he's going to have the 1st down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Looking to throw. It's Penix. Short throw taken by Hicks. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
13 more yards. That's another Falcons.
To throw again. It's Penix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Fourth down, and Jonathan Gannon will send in the field goal unit. This one will be from 37 yards out. Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. And the Falcons get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
Good snap, good hold, really good operation by the specialist. Gives this offense the lead right before the halftime break. Now the question will be, can they build on this as they try to close this game out as we look forward to the second half?
They will start it on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. And hold that thought. Let's get right back to it. We are ready for the third quarter. Just one score, one lone field goal. All these two teams could muster in half number one. What awaits us here in the second half? Special teams comes through again. We don't talk about it nearly enough, but sometimes the biggest plays of the game happen like that one. The kickoff return, fumble, recovered, and momentum swings again.
Everybody loves to see a big return, Mike, but the priority of any kick return unit, just give your offense a chance to possess the ball. And in this case, they don't do that. They turn the ball over, and now they find themselves.
And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line. It is third and long.
Brings up third down.
Back to throw. Here's Penix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. The Falcons sending out the field goal unit. This from 34 yards. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Falcons, on the strength of 2 field goals, take a 6-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The Buccaneers offense ready for their first possession of this second half. Still in search for their first points in this one, but only trailing 6-0. And this drive will begin with and once again he loses the football. And it's recovered by one of his teammates. From the 35, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Mayfield. A short one there to Otten. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he takes up a first down after a gain of 7.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up the first down.
Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On second down, Baker. Down the field, it's Evans. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. 18. They get 18 on the pitch and catch. Good for a Buccaneers first down. They'll run it. It's Irvin. And he'll lean forward, getting this to about the 35. It was Odafe Oweh to make the play. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. To throw is Mayfield. Now screen set up for Irvin. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch. Found nothing. And And they get him down well behind the line. A tough spot here. 3rd and long.
180. Run.
Out of the shotgun. Mayfield. That is brought in at the 10. And he will get into the end zone. Mike Evans. Touchdown Buccaneers. His 4th TD grab of the season. McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Bucs move out in front by a point. It's 7-6. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Here comes the return from a yard or two deep. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at 23-yard line. Falcons offense ready to get back at it. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Falcons first down.
You're going to go play action with Penix. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Kayshon Boutte was the one he was looking for. And that will lead to a 2nd down. Out of a shotgun, it's Penix. Open man, he's got it. It's London. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's Penix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A little indecisive there, Mike. I thought he could have pulled the trigger a tad sooner. Instead, he just holds onto the ball a little too long. The windows close up and ultimately has no choice but to just simply throw the ball away.
And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20. The veteran Mike Evans, he's heading back out onto the field with the rest of the Tampa Bay offense. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. That's over the middle and caught by Ibuka. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 79 yards. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
His kick is good. It's the score. Buccaneers 14. Falcons 6.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Plant. It's Penix. Now he takes off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
On 2nd down.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
Taking off, he's trying to get there. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. The Falcons getting their punter out there. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. return as he's finally escorted out of bounds.
The Bucs take over first and
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On the ground, it's Irvin. Not much happening there, just a short game. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. On play action, Mayfield. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Here comes a return from the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass. We'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
at the 23-yard line.
To throw is Penix. That's caught left side by Pitts.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance. Trailing here in the 4th. They will turn it over on down. On 1st down, here's Irvin. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Here comes 2nd and 4.
At the Falcons' 19-yard line.
Right back to Irving, and he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Mayfield. He's got a man. That's the tight end, Upton. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark them out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
When you think back to the first half, Mike, just how well he threw the ball, and you thought maybe this defense would come up with some answers in the second half to slow him down, but so far, that has proven to not be the case.
Here's a chance to put this game away. 1st down and goal. Mayfield to throw. Will swing this out wide to Irvin. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
The 2nd down throw from Mayfield. A look to the end zone, and it's broken up. Incomplete. There was no space, no separation that time. And it's going to bring it to 3rd and goal. Now Mayfield. It is brought in the end zone. Emeka McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Bucks will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. And that's where the offense will take the field. The Falcons offense make their way out to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
It's a gain of 20. And the Falcons first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Penix now going to keep it on the zone read. And he'll be met in the backfield and drop behind the line of scrimmage.
The tackle made back at the 39-yard line.
On second down, here's Penix. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 8.
From the gun, it's Penix. Going up top. And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down? It's something these teams stress all week. There's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
That's incomplete. Daring call on fourth down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down. The Bucs offense and Emeka Egbuka set to take over once more. Well, the goal here is to run some time off the clock. The game is well in hand as they get back on offense for first and 10. And he's going to be taken down, but a marker is on the field, and we need to check this call. Tristan Wirfs, former first-round pick, with the flag. Give. This is Irving, and he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
180! That's hot!
On the bootleg, it's Mayfield. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Regular!
From the gun on third down, it's Mayfield. That's caught. It's Evans. And he will have the first down. Even with 3 timeouts on the other side, they're going to be able to run this baby all the way down.
And the Buccaneers first down.
What's up?
Here's Irvin. Good blocking to the 15. And he's into the end zone. Bucky Irvin. Touchdown Buccaneers.
That's a heck of a run right there. And I can't tell you, Mike, how many running backs coaches I've heard over the years say, your responsibility with the ball is to make the first guy miss. We can't block everybody on the field. That's the role of a good running back, and you see it here. All it takes is one missed tackle to get this guy in space, and he's able to do the rest with his legs and take it all the way.
This will be returned from the 6. He'll come across the 20 and be taken down at the 21-yard line. Falcons offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They're obviously looking for, I guess, a moral victory at this point. Still in search of their first touchdown of this game. This is probably going to be their last shot to get in the end zone. This drive will begin with first down.
And the Falcons, first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Robinson. And a good run there to get him 5 yards.
The tackle by Chris Waxwell.
2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Another run here for Robinson. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations. Man, even the big guy couldn't barrel ahead for just a couple yards and pick up that first. That's really impressive for that defensive front to not only hold up, but to force 4th down.
And he's going to have a Falcons first down. As they manage to convert, that'll keep this drive alive.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go. One final play. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. And that will do it. This one comes to an end. So, a win here for the visiting Bucs. They get the victory away from home in the division, which is so valuable. And they'll get another shot in their place next time, later in the season.